Hey everyone, how's it going? I cannot hear y'all. So I am trying to get my sound working. I can't hear myself, I should say. Um that's the problem. So hopefully this works now. Let me see. Can y'all hear me? Cuz that'll help me problem solve what's going on. AV is good. All right. Well, I can't hear like the music or anything. So, all right, Rouster, you can hear me. Um, I think I know what's gonna happen. Hey, Taquan, how are you? I haven't seen you since Cammy's streams. How are you? How are you? How's everybody going? So today it's really interesting. So I woke up this morning and I went through the whole day feeling like it was Wednesday. And so what that means is I wasn't ready to do the show today. But with that said, there were a couple of trailers I was planning on showing y'all. So I'm going to show you all those trailers. I'm going to open up the lines. I don't really think there's any gaming news. Like, I think there was some stuff about Sony and Bungie, but like, if y'all remember the whole video where I talked about the consoles, I said Sony has a cost problem. And so I think that goes along the lines with that. I don't really want to talk too much about Xbox and the Microsoft earnings just because I think it's a lot of the same from the previous earnings. If anything, there's actually a little bit of nugget that I don't know, you could take it one way or the other. Um, he said, I am not Daquan. So Daquan just asked if I'm still Cloud Gaming. I am not. Well, let me hold that back. The last time I cloud gamed was with No Rest for the Wicked, the pilot, the what's it called? The pre-release for that, and I did that on GFN because I just didn't want to use my PC for it. But for the most part, I am either gaming on Nintendo, Xbox, primarily the Series S. I have a Series X, but I primarily do my game streams on Sunday from an Xbox Series S. And a lot of people are like, why won't you use the Series X? Two reasons. One, it doesn't matter because I usually stream at 1080p, so I can respond in our 1440, so I can respond. So the Series S can do that. Two, I'm not playing super high fidelity games for me to need to do it. But most importantly, the Series S fits right behind, like in a little slot on my desk. So that's why I do that. And so yeah, or PlayStation. I was like PlayStation Series 5, but that's not what it's called. It's called a PlayStation 5. And I usually do that for like most of my other gaming. Nvidia has a sale 50% off. 50% off of what? That's actually really good too. Jeff's here. Howdy, Rouster. Howdy, Jeff. Howdy, Holtz. But first off, so I wanted to show you two games that I actually started playing recently. These are older games. So, but I hadn't heard anybody really talk about them. I showcased one of them on my channel about a year ago, maybe 8 months ago. And so I did want to showcase that. So if you like Little Nightmares, you like puzzles, you like that atmosphere, this is a really short one. It's not as long as Little Nightmares. I'm almost done with it, but it was really cheap. It was only like $4. And so I said, why not? Really great score. Y'all know I love that. And it's a pretty solid game. So with that said, this is currently what I actually nearly beat it this after work today. But here we are. Yeah. Without further ado, this is A Tale of Paper. So that was a tale of paper. Oh, I think I got my sound. I think I got my sound. Like my hair's all messed up. If y'all can't tell, I was like playing with my headphones that entire trailer. But that's a tale of paper. So, as I said, it's like kind of this action puzzle adventure to 2.5D game. Has really cool game mechanic where you're like this little paper and you can turn yourself into different things to get across the different levels. And it has like that eerie, like I'm not gonna say it's like little nightmares just like that, because it's really not. But in its own way, it has like its own little the world is very empty, but the music's really cool. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. I saw it on sale for like $2. And so I picked it up, and yeah, that's a tale of paper. So for anybody who like wants that type of game, it's not really hard. I really mean that. Like you're gonna get into the game pretty easily, and it doesn't overstay its welcome. If anything, you really kind of want it to go on a little bit more. But that's what I actually picked that up. I think it was Monday night, just randomly looking at sales, and I had showcased it before, and so I decided to pick it up, and that's what I'm playing. Um, so yeah, his sale off their cloud. Oh, 6 months to Quan. So we're talking about cloud game. Hey, Lens of Truth. Lens of Truth, how are y'all? If y'all have not checked out Lens of Truth's channel, definitely go check him out. But don't worry, we're going to be bringing Lens of Truth on Shades of Purple here one day. So if you don't check it out right now, you'll get a chance to check it out. Subscribe to him. Really awesome gamer. So NVIDIA has this. I would say this, Daquan. I think GFN works wonderful. And so for anybody who has a decent internet connection and wants to experience like solid 4K gaming, like with a PC, I think it's a great deal. It actually works on your TV too. It's actually where I play GFN. I play it on my TV. So yeah. Did I hear Remy? Remy is definitely over here, Holt. He is playing with a ball. He keeps throwing it up and down. He's right by me. 10 times better than xCloud. Yeah, xCloud, that's really xCloud's like the worst of all of them. To tell you the truth, I don't know why I would have thought when they showcased it on Luna, like when they would make it better. But if you like play xCloud games on Luna, it's like you don't want to do that. Like you just might as well play the Luna games. Um, but I guess they're trying, right? They're trying. Not that I could play it. Rouster, it's a cool game. You should play. It's not just PS5. It's on Xbox. It's on Xbox. It's on Nintendo. It's like on all of them. So you can definitely play it. Hair looks great, Rouster. Yeah, Lens of Truth. It's a solid game. Like I said, it has a really cool sound. I wish I had, if I was thinking, I would have like downloaded like one of my favorite tracks from it. But it like builds and it's like I said, it's if you've gotten through any type of Metroidvania, not that this is a Metroidvania by any means, it's somewhat of a kind of open level, but once you kind of pass the level, you're like you don't go back. And you're just this little piece of paper, and you turn yourself into like a frog or into a paper ball, or you're like a little paper dude running around, and it's pretty cool. So I'm really interested to see what that studio does with that, right? Like I think it was a very successful game from what I've seen. So well, not super super successful, but I don't think it was like for how the investment that they recouped that. So yeah, I thought it was cool. Um yeah, roster, it's on Xbox. So yeah, watching Purple and NFL from the NFL's already going on. Are you serious? That's crazy. Saying controversial, but I wish all RPG games have GPS option in the game. Like what? Like where tells you where you have to go? That's actually super interesting. So one of the things I thought was really cool, y'all know I love Outriders. Everybody, like no one says that, right? But I say it because I love that game. It had like a GPS system to tell you where to go, and I thought that was really helpful. So I'm right with you, Daquan. Like some of these games, like you kind of need to know where to go. Remnant 2, which y'all know I'm a super, super big fan of. And they just announced that they're gonna have their third DLC dropping in September. They didn't actually show the DLC, But that's a game that I wish sometimes had like a GPS, like just go here. But I think it's part of like the charm of it. Like you're kind of just running around looking for stuff. I like it. Tale of Paper is nice. So roster, I would say don't spend 19.99. Don't spend 19.99. What I would do is two things. One, I would see if it's on GFN, and therefore you could just buy it on Steam for like I said, it's like $2, or it'll go on sale on Xbox. I'm almost 100% positive of this. Or Nintendo. It's on. I think it's on. I think I got it on place. Not that I think. I know for a fact I bought it on PlayStation and it was on sale. So do not pay $20 for it. It's an older game, and it's just like a fun, like you'll beat it in the afternoon, and it's kind of an enjoyable game. So yeah. So that the last, if we could just turn into a piece of paper. I'm kidding. It's actually pretty stressful for that piece of paper because there's like vacuum cleaners and there's water. So like I couldn't understand because the water looks really cool in the game. And I couldn't understand why I kept dying in this certain section of the game. And then, of course, there's like some little like back hidden path that you have to go around, but I kept like dying in the water section. And then I was like, it dawned on me, oh, it's a piece of paper. Like water will kill the paper. I know I'm a little slow in that regard, but like I was trying all my different abilities to try to get the this little puddle, and I eventually did, but it wasn't through the water. So if you play the game, that's my hint. If you think you have to go through the water, you don't have to like rethink it. Rethink your path. So that's a tale of paper. And if y'all remember, one of my favorite cartoons. Now I'm going to switch. This is the next game I'm going to talk about. Like I said, I wanted to talk about two games. They're both kind of unique in the fact that they're the people who created them are animator. Like they're not traditional game developers, right? They're animators. And this next game was developed by a legit animator. And if y'all remember, I was talking about Secret of Nim, right? 19, I believe it came out in 82, 83. I don't know. That was like Little Purple, like little purple back in the day. And I love the film, right? And if y'all don't remember, Secret of Nim's about like these talking mice and rats and an owl. And I just thought it was really cool. And so in my mind, I remember talking to you all about it and thinking like, oh, wouldn't that be cool if there was like a game like The Secret of Nim or something like that, right? And so no, I'm not gonna. I think there is a Secret of Nim Super Nintendo game. Maybe, maybe not. But regardless, I actually found a game that is also pretty cool. So if you're like into stealth games, so think Plague Tale, you may like this. Or if you're into like talking mice, if you're into beautiful sceneries, if you're into a really cool story, this is the other game I bought like just randomly before I went to sleep. I don't know how I found this game, but it found me. I bought it and I think it's really cool. So it's a little bit older. Again, there's always super cool games I continue to say. If you look for them, no one's played them all. And without further ado, here is my next little, diamond in the rough game. If the other one was called Tale of Paper, this one is called Ghost of a Tale. So yeah, very confusing when I was trying to remember those two. But here's Ghost of a Tale. it's Ghost of a Tale. It's slightly older game. Like I said, it was launched on it's on everything. I think that was the Switch launch trailer. So you can definitely play it wherever. But again, like it doesn't have to be new games. I know I showcase a lot of new games when they come out. But I also find joy in like these games that came out a while ago and maybe didn't get the biggest introduction. So that is an indie game, Ghost of Tale, and I'm super excited to say. After I was doing some research on this, and y'all can go look it up yourselves, but like the actual creator, he worked not at Disney, but he worked at the other like really big cart movie film cartoon type of company. I cannot think of the name right now. It's not Pixar, it's another one. But anyway, they're making Ghost of a Tale Part 2. So now that is Remy, y'all. And so yeah, intense for an indie. Yeah, so it was done. Hey, Rune. So Daquan, it was done by he's an animator. So it reminds me of like what is the game? Kena Bridge of Spirits. If y'all remember Kena, super awesome game and it looks really pretty, right? And it's because it was created by like creatives, not necessarily uh tech people, if you think of it that way. So the mechanics are pretty simple. Like it's about this mouse and he has to escape this castle and he has to use stealth and eventually gets his strength up. Like I'm about halfway through the game, but he's looking for someone. Your dog approves. Yes, he does. DreamWorks, there goes Remy. Yeah, Remy does approve. It's because he has like I got him this little ball that glows in the dark, little bouncing ball, and he can get it, but he wants me to get it, and I don't think I'm gonna do that. But because he's like literally right in front of it, but he wants me to get it, and we're not gonna do that right now. So yeah, DreamWorks. So that's who it is. Ghost of a Tale. It's about the little mouse. I think it's super cool. It's another one of the games that has a really great score. Not like Metacritic. When I say score, y'all know I mean like music. Like I think most of the games on Metacritic, I like it between 6.5 and 8.5. I think this one is like somewhere in that range. Maybe, maybe not. I thought it was a cool game. And I thought I'd share it with y'all something I found. I beat the we were saying Songo Nunu, and it was a. Did you, Rune? You played Songo Nunu? Songo Nunu? I think that's what it's called. When did you play that? What is it? A League of Legends? Doesn't it say that Songo Nunu, a League of Legends story? So that's actually really cool because, like, roughly a year ago, we had the CEO of Tequila Works on the show. And the cool thing about Tequila Works, if y'all have not checked out Tequila Works, definitely go check them out. They came on. They had Juan had his very own shades of purple. It was super cool how that all came together. But each of the games is based upon like is inspired, I should say, by one of the creatives' actual real life experience. And if y'all want to go back, go check out that Shades of Purple. I think it's like 50 something, maybe 5961, something like that. And yeah, Remy Wab. Hold on. Yeah, there we go. How to use my mom voice. Give a dog a treat. No, I mean it was 10 out of yes. Yeah, oh, that's super awesome, Rune. No, he wants the ball. He doesn't want a treat. He wants this ball. And I would get it for him, but it's like it's kind of like under the, and I can move the couch. It's not super hard, but he'll be okay. He'll be okay. Anyway, but yeah, go check out the Tequila Works show. It's super awesome. If you want to go learn more about that and uh another like one of a cool game that is just recently went on sale because Tequila Works was advertising it is oh my goodness, it's on Luna. It's like this puzzle one. It's actually based upon the guy's life. The CEO, he had like this near death experience, and that game is based upon that near death experience. Super awesome. Rhyme, Rime. Another Tequila Works game. I wish I had those trailers up. I would show y'all. both of them. But Song of Nuno, that's super cool, Rune. That you play. I haven't played it. He was supposed to give me like a copy, but he never did. I'm gonna eventually get it. I just haven't had time. So but yeah, as I told y'all, I don't really I like there wasn't really anything in gaming. Last week was my 100th episode, so I just want to thank everybody who my goodness. He's not gonna stop. Anyway, so yeah, so I just want to thank everybody who participated and came on, everybody who was in chat, everybody who rewatched it. So shout out to Winstar, shout out to Legend, shout out to Neil who said he was getting all the answers. So Neil, thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to reply to y'all's comments. Shout out to everybody who just made that a really special episode. This is 101. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about the next 100. So we'll see how it goes. Riot Forge shut down. That might be why. Oh no. That might be. Well, Tequila Works is the studio, and Riot Forge, you're right, is the publisher. I'll reach out to them. I mean, he's a pretty good guy, so getting so close to 500 things, Sweat. I know. I'm just kind of like just cruising along, cruising along. Ja. Whoa, Ja, we got like two people from Cammy's chat. With Daquan's here and Ja is here. Wow, that's super awesome. That's super awesome. All we're missing is Cammy. And Jan and Cammy, my goodness, it's like Cammy's whole little stream again. Hey, Cherry Man, how's it going? Just talking about some stuff. Showed 2 games. Y'all also this Sunday I will be doing the Fall Guys tournament. All right. So there will be a Fall Guys tournament, $25 gift card, however you want it. It's so funny because like all the Fall Guys audience always comes to this show and they're like, when are you doing Fall Guys? So we finally do Fall Guys. Literally, like none of them show up. So we're still gonna do it. So we'll see. We're gonna look at it. We're gonna do Fall Guys tournament, and then we may start Still Wakes the Deep. So shout out to Cherry Man who's been wanting me to play that. Still Wakes the Deep. There's a couple of other ones, right? There's a couple other horror ones that we may do, but Still Wakes the Deep looks pretty cool. I'm also thinking about doing the game Erica. I think I mentioned this like literally 2 years ago, and I have it. So I know it's not really a game; it's like more like a movie, but I don't know. I like those experiences. So we'll see how that one goes. Oh no, we're going through some tough things right now. No worry, Ja. Is there anything we can do, Ja? Anything we could possibly do? And thanks you to Quam for that. Um, yes, life always. I will say this, and I think Wit knows this. A couple other people in chat know this. Like it's I've been really, really stressed actually with work over the last 2, 3 months, like super stressed. And I think so I totally hear about like self-care, just taking care of yourself. And so y'all definitely take care of yourself. And as I'm saying that, there's like this pink pillow in the background that I don't know where that came from. Like I don't know. That's not my pillow. That's all I'm gonna say. But it's kind of bothering me. And there goes Remy. I told y'all Remy could go get ball himself, and he just did. He's literally under the couch himself. If you have Game Pass, try. I do. So I do not have Game Pass anymore. I decided, Daquan. But if there's a cool game, I'm decided to just most of the games that I like to play day and date don't come to Game Pass. And most of the games that I could get on Game Pass, I can get at a discount, especially like on Steam or even the Xbox store. So I'm like, why would I spend the money on Game Pass? I don't know. This is my theory. Crazy Louie may come around and beat me into submission and getting to Game Pass, but I've done the math, and I think I'm okay. No Game Pass at the moment. No Game Pass. Vet's around? No way. Vet's here? Hey, Vet, how are you? I didn't even see that. So yeah. So that's my logic to Quan. Because like Black Myth Wukong, not that even if it came to even if it was going on Xbox, I don't want to say that it's going to eventually be on Xbox. It's not on Game Pass or what's another game I'm playing a lot? X Defiant. Y'all know I love X Defiant. That it's free to play. So or Prince of Persia. Or anything. Like I'm like most of the time right now there are no games I want to play on Game Pass. But I did play Hellblade on Game Pass and I am looking forward to what's the game, y'all? South of Midnight. That's actually probably one of my top 7 games I'm looking forward to coming out next year. Can you tell? Can you tell where it lands on that scale? Top 10 is pretty good for me. So 7, 6, 7. I think that's where it is. I'm not sure on Stress 2 back to school season. My eldest is in the first grade. Oh my goodness. Yeah, your kids are homeschool. I remember that. So I can imagine it is around. Is it? My goodness. What is going on? Like Jeff is watching football. John's talking about back to school. Like it's the Olympics. Like, am I missing something? Like, I feel like summer's getting shorter, or things are just happening out of order. Or am I wrong? I could be wrong. Let me get my hair together. I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like just everything's like out of whack right now. Can you guys just try each game generally 2 to 3 each week? Rouster, but you game. Rouster games a lot. It's like Estadia. If you game like Rouster, Estadia, Squids, like Game Pass all day. That is always here, sneaking in like a ninja or an Orca hybrid. Ooh, Orca hybrid. Like, what was that? Uh, there was a cartoon in the 90s, I remember, where it was like Ninja Turtles, but they were sharks, like street sharks. Did I make that up? Because it definitely seems like something you would make up when you're like in some drug induced stupor. But when you said Orca hybrid, I feel like that cartoon had an Orca hybrid. Am I making this up? I swear there was like the cartoon, like something about sharks. And it was like Ninja Turtles. I remember the premise was basically like instead of turtles, these were sharks. And I never questioned why they didn't need to, like, how could they breathe on land? Maybe I made this up. I'm telling y'all, I am like, I don't know if I taken it up. Just give me your prayers. Ja, you are always in our prayers, but we'll definitely keep you in our prayers. First Hellblade, I couldn't understand the puzzles. Daquan, so you could understand the second Hellblade? The first, what, just lining, it's the same puzzle. It's the same concept. You're just looking for symbols. It's actually even simpler. The second one has more puzzles, more puzzle variation than the first. At least I thought that. My kids start school August 22nd. Wow. My goodness. My kids are still on summer break. Okay. Vet, no care about Olympics. Why don't you care about the Olympics, Vet? Time's flying. I know. Kids start school here next Monday. What? Where are you, Daquan? Monday? Like August? What is Monday? Today was the 1st, right? The 5th? What? No way. August 5th? Don't get me wrong. August 5th, I actually don't even know what like it's early August is not a time I normally remember. But I just don't remember starting that early. What? No, this is too intense. Also, Zara is going to be two. I remember when she was born. Street Sharks. It was called Street Sharks, right, Pat? I thought so. Wasn't it like Ninja Turtles? All Stars game on Game Pass, and aping attack was too much for me. I tried the All-Star game on Game Pass. What All-Star? Oh, I saw Baby Shark. No, it wasn't called Baby Shark. It was like Street Sharks, like Street Sharks from Mars. Or maybe I'm combining two different shows, but these were sharks. Finding Krigum. Purple on that haze. I am. I got the lights working. I'm super excited. I got the lights working. I got my Ghostbusters blaster working. I got all the Stadia controllers in the background. Got my Zelda collection there. Got Baby Remy on the shelf. Got my HD Blu-ray. Yeah, I collect the HD Blu-rays. I know I just started. Y'all know that. 14 years that the military did some weird experiment on turn them into shark human hybrids. Wait, they weren't already sharks? I thought it was like Ninja Turtles where they were already sharks. And then they gained consciousness. Consciousness. That's what happened to the turtles, right? No, there's street sharks and mice from biker mice. The biker mice. Sure enough, don't like the button mashers really. My kid still looks like a chicken. What do you mean? Oh, well, again, I was like, ISO, your kid's already born? No, I had to think about that, y'all. So, John, did you know this? ISO is expecting his first kid. Look at that. Something like circle of life. America always wins, so it gets boring. America, I don't think so. I think America's getting the most. I don't think they have the most gold medals. I mean, once it gets to track and field, I think they're going to take off. But if I understood correctly, I don't know. I've been watching all sorts of stuff like shooting. Like, who would have thought shooting? Like, I don't know. I find it interesting. Like, they have all these like weird glasses and stuff. I'm like, I don't get it. It's like they're using cheat codes in a game, but in real life, they're like, what are the glasses gonna do? You know what I mean? It's weird. But I'm here for it. I am literally here for the Olympics, and I actually haven't watched any of it. My mom's watched a little bit of it. I've caught some of the recaps, but yeah, it's a little different. Like I said, I just have been really just stressed. It's weird. Like things just are not the same. So it's a lot of stuff's going on. South Carolina. Oh, East Coast. So if we were to play X Defying, you would be in my server lobby. Monday, Andy, what? My son graduates from U.S. Army basic training in September. Awesome, vet. What MOS? So I'm at the dentist today when they were working my teeth, and we didn't even get a medal. Was it the guys swimming or the women swimming? Because I heard Ledecky. Now I couldn't identify this chick in person if I tried, right? But Katie Ledecky, I know her name. I know she's became the all-time most decorated female U.S. athlete of all time. And I always, so this may be controversial. Okay, this is going to be controversial. All right. But I feel like the swimmers have an unfair advantage in becoming the most decorated Olympian, right? Because they're swimming, but they get 4 different strokes to medal in. And then on top of that, they have like 5 different lengths of the pool to do the 4 different strokes to medal in. Then on top of that, they have relay races of different lengths for the different strokes to medal in. And then on top of that, there's another one. They have relay races where they can do different strokes for different lengths and medal in that. And so in my mind, it's like if track and field, okay, I get it. Track and field has different lengths. But it's like if in track and field, they're like, okay, instead of running, why don't you use 1 foot and hop across the finish line? Like it just feels like that. So I always felt track and field people could also be the most decorated athlete. But for some reason, we gave the swimmers multiple strokes to medal in. That's my controversial take right now. It's just too cool to stand up for it. It is. It's on its own little stand. Internet games. You all can find me on the or mostly no worries, Joe. I definitely have you on Instagram. America doesn't win, it's rigged. That we're not doing that. We're not doing that. It's just being the first country to win 3,000 gold medals. That's a lot of gold medals. But is this taking into account like the ancient Olympics? See, I feel like America does this a lot, Rune. I feel like it's like the Olympics never existed prior to 1896 or whenever it started. But then it's like, yeah, but what about the prior Olympics? What about those people? Why don't we like honor them, you know? Actually, you can honor them. But then they say that it is a you're making fun of Christian religion. Not going to go there, but that happened. Um should have kept Stadia alive. They would have gotten all Microsoft games. Maybe. I feel like Microsoft just hates Google. I feel like they would maybe. It was the guys I saw. The girl that just graduated from my university is swimming in the Olympics. Wow. That's where did you know her? That'd be cool if you knew her. I don't watch gymnastics. Oh, so not gonna ruin it, but I think US women's gymnastics always doing stuff. Purple talking sports. I'm not talking sports. I'm just stating like my observation about the most decorated Olympians and how I feel like the swimmers and swimming's even light on your body. It's not as bad on your body. I just feel like they have more opportunity to medal. It doesn't make them the greatest Olympian. You know what I mean? Like the people who lift weights, those people like they only have like one thing. It's like this is your weight class, this is your weight thing. That's it. You know what I mean? Or the people who do like the cycling. I guess there are multiple cyclings, but I just feel like Michael Phelps. It's like, okay, dude, you're clearly the fastest kid in the pool, but let's just keep giving you more and more. Oh, let's throw you on a relay team. Let's keep giving you more. And then they're like, oh, look, he's the greatest Olympian ever. No, he's the greatest swimming Olympian ever. Okay? The greatest swimming Olympian. Okay, fine. Same playing field. You're not going to say he's the greatest Olympian. No, no. Is to me. Simone Biles is incredible. Can't remember exactly something in artillery or diesel mechanic. Those are two totally different things. Those are two different strokes was a good show. Different strokes for different folks. Is that a show or is that a porn? I don't know, Rouster. You tell me. USA Women's won gold and Simone was whoa, jaw. Big stuff. Big stuff. Yeah, it's definitely not that closing the ancient games. No, I don't know her. Just saw it in the news, but she does represent the USA. USA. I would hope so. We gave her an education. She better represent us. No, I'm joking. I'm not going to be like that. Ron Slusher and I are starting an NFL show on Tuesday. Cool. I played Outriders with Ron Slusher on Stadia. That's super cool. So, and the Olympic records started in 1890. So no, we're not counting Hercules medals. Well, Rune, if we're not counting Hercules, what are we counting? What are we counting? You know what I mean? It's like we like to pick and choose our own history. Like, no, like if you're going to count the Olympics and you want to say you're the greatest, I need you to remember the old Olympics. You know what I mean? I need you to bring back like the old Olympic Summer Games. I want to see barbarians. I want to see washed up wrestlers fight grizzly bears. You know what I mean? What about those medals? You know, now we have stuff like swimming where you can have multiple strokes with multiple links for multiple relays and you can become the greatest Olympian. But you didn't fight a bear. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't do like some sea battle. You know, you didn't die running a marathon like the dude who ran marathon. He actually didn't do that in the Olympics. He did that after a war battle. But you get my point. That's what I want to see. I want to see stuff that's like actually like legit, like the original. You know? Different. I swim like a turtle on roids. Ooh, what does this turtle on steroids swim like? That's what the wifey told me. Definitely a porn. But I also thought of that phrase. No, I said she's not representing us, Rune. She's not? Now that's a travesty. They come here for our education and then they go and win medals for someone else. Joking. I get it's not that show. I'm pretty sure I would get banned. No, I don't think I would get banned. I'm pretty sure like I would lose my entire audience. Throw in some lions. Lions, tigers, bears. I don't, I just want to see it. Speaking of like that type of Olympics and gladiators, yes, I'm like throwing them all together right now. I understand like there's some historian like Crow out there who's like purple. These are totally different cultures. I just want to say, if you did not know this, Gladiator 2 is coming out with a movie. Yes, Gladiator 2, right? Gladiator, Russell Crowe. Yeah, no, not going to happen. They have Gladiator with Denzel Washington. Now, I'm not opposed to Denzel Washington being in a movie, but I feel like Denzel Washington can only play so many characters. And when I saw the trailer with Denzel Washington in Gladiator 2, I was like, somehow they took Gladiator and mixed it with Training Day, and they came up with this movie idea. And it just so happens those two movies kind of came out around the same time. And so I feel like, I don't know, this is like Young Army Purple. When those two movies came out, like I wouldn't have thought Denzel Washington would be in a Gladiator movie, but for some reason we're like, oh, it's Denzel Washington. He's in a Gladiator. I don't know. Things are weird now. Things are weird. Yes, Daquan, I just found this out. Y'all, if y'all did not know this, LA Olympics 2028. Who would have thought? Like you would have thought LA would have bragged about this by now. Like Tony Baloney, the rest of them would have came in and said, look, we have the Olympics in I didn't even know we have the Olympics in 2028. So crazy. Can sleep now because you won't once, baby. Oh, you're talking about ISA. Yes. Turtle on Roids is a U.S. Department of Defense experiment cover up. That is not unclassified. I'm gonna see a bear versus a sea otter. Ooh. A bear versus in the water or on land? This is what I want to see. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think that determines who has the advantage. Because I feel like y'all saw this. The sea otter in water taking a bear. I think a sea otter in water can take a bear. I'm putting money on the sea otter. Now on land, that's a tough one. It depends on if the sea otter can get the other otters. Right? Because if it's one-on-one, the bear might have it. But if it's sea otter and the pack of sea otters, y'all saw what they did to the monkey. Y'all remember that? They killed the monkey. Swims like a Teenage Mutant. Do Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles swim? Maybe like the NES game they swim. I'm going to see Gladiator 2. Great movie. It hasn't even came out yet. Denzel Washington can make any character and make it great. No, I don't think that he can make it great. Should just do a Gilgamesh game. Ooh, Gilgamesh, Internet of Games. Who knows about Gilgamesh? Oh my goodness. This is like taking me back to high school. I remember there's a kid named Steven in my high school. And he was supposed to turn in a paper called something on Gilgamesh, and he couldn't. And he got an F. I just remember him pleading to the teacher, like, but my Gilgamesh paper, I did it. And this was like before we had like floppy disks and stuff. And the teacher was like, nope, you didn't turn in 0. I haven't thought about that since that day, but you said Gilgamesh, and it made me think about that. I want to walk into Denzel's shade. You leave that man alone, purple. What? What? I'm not saying I'm not saying Denzel Washington is not a great actor, not a great human being. Look, he was in the Girls and Boys Club commercials, right? Like, I'm not saying the dude's not cool dude. All I'm saying is the way he's acting in that, it's like they mixed Training Day and Gladiator, and they came out with like the worst parts of both movies. That's all I'm saying. Boycott this show. If Perp continues to say to what? See a bear versus an otter in LA. Uh, Ambi, Ambi. Ambi, are you saying what I think you're saying? Like, because I had to think about that one. Polar bear versus sea otter equals 1-1. Uh, land. 1-on-1 in land? Oh, a polar bear? Ooh. We didn't define the bear. A polar bear? I think a polar bear is the greatest land predator there is. I honestly think the only thing that can take out a polar bear on land, maybe no. I was gonna say a hippo, but no, a hippo would do it in water. I don't think there's anything that can take out a polar bear. I just did it in my mind. Calculations, nothing can take out a polar bear. Not even like an African elephant. Polar bear wins that fight. I've seen it. Why not the equalizer? No, because the equalizer, okay. Okay, so here's my thing about the equalizer, right? The equalizer is the same movie. Okay, hear me out. Okay. Equalizer, John Wick, and Taken. Man on Fire. I didn't even realize that Denzel is like in two of the same types of movies. Man on Fire, Equalizer, John Wick, Taxi Driver, and Take. They're all the same movie. I can save you time right now. They're all the same movie. I've seen like I've went on at least 2 or 3 dates to watch these movies. Like literally 2 or 3 dates. At least 2 for sure. I can't remember if the third one was a date or not. To see these in the theater, it's the same movie. I don't get it. But we're like, "Oh yeah, like let's watch Denzel play Liam Neeson in the movie." Like I'm just saying it's all this like I don't know. I don't get it. But didn't know what Gilgamesh is like Hercules. What? Hey, geek, what's going on? Just talking a little bit of stuff. I didn't even know you were live. Hey, Marvin, I really need to start looking at dates. I see. I didn't even know I was live. I was saying that earlier in the show. I was like, I didn't even know I was live today with Ebonics. There shall be no bashing of Denzel Washington. I'm not bashing Denzel. I'm literally, it's about his character. It's about his character. I have to be able to criticize that. Probably 3,000 people. I've been on YouTube for ages. Panda Bear beats everything. Fake news. What? A panda bear? I don't even think panda bears like even fight. That's like saying like I don't even like panda bears are like the cheerleaders of the bear community. You know what I mean? They eat bamboo, which I will say is impressive. I will say that is impressive that they can eat bamboo. I think they can eat bamboo. But I don't think so. A panda bear? Uh-uh. You know, the only thing I take this, the only thing I think I just now thought of something that could maybe take out a polar bear. I want y'all to put this into Gemini, into ChatGPT. I think a polar bear would still win, but this would be one heck of a fight. A silverback gorilla. Silverback gorilla can maybe take out a polar bear. I know. I didn't like it just came in. Like I had like in my mind said like, hey, there may be a challenger to the polar bear. Silverback gorilla won that challenge, and that's where we are. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one, right? Because now y'all are thinking back to the Planet of the Apes. You're thinking about Congo, the movie with Amy. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Amy Bat Gorilla. That one? Yeah. Yeah. Potentially. I watched National Geographic polar bears with Odessa, and yes, they're powerful and strong animals. No animal can kill them. They can stay pack of wolves can, but unlike a pack of wolves, I don't believe it. Wolves aren't that tough. Wolves aren't that tough. I mean, they have a reputation. They're not that tough. I'm pretty sure a pack of dogs versus a pack of wolves depends on the pack of dogs, right? But I mean, they're smart. They know how to hunt. I'll give them that. They know how to coordinate and hunt, but I don't think this is prime time. And I don't think they're taking a polar bear. That's all I'm saying. They don't want no effort of that polar bear. I think a pack of wolves couldn't even take out a wolverine. I mean, that's not a okay. I get it. You threw in a wolverine, like it's like what Wolverine, like honey badger versus wolverine. Who knows? But um, pack of wolves, I put them on like the same level as wild hogs. I mean, tough, but I think good day, I might be able to take them. Panda too lazy to fight. That's what I'm telling you. I don't think polar bears should take over the world. Polar bears are solid. Like I said, that's why they're up there in the polars. I said the polars. That's why they're in the poles. They're pretty there. I'm second to hippo as most dangerous. See, they said the land holds. They said land, right? Because I told you, I think on water, polar bear probably is like a fish out of water, right? I'm pretty sure there's a deeper meaning there, but that's what I mean. Like, I think like a sea otter could probably give a polar bear a good run, right? Sea lion for sure, maybe not. In water, maybe, right? But on land, I don't think a hippo is going to get in a fight with a polar bear on land. I'm just saying, I haven't seen it. I've seen them in water, seen them take out crocodiles. Silverback gorilla is going to be my first tattoo, but I went with an elephant. Gorilla still might be on that list. New tattoo in 5 days. Go for it. It could finish them all. Gonorrhea. Yes, it could. Dehydrates them, right? I don't shoot enough to really care though. I do have a video. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know. Roster has a ton of views with that. Chris, on my other channel, my first video did 12, but I'm deleting it and starting fresh. Or why are you starting fresh? Google General says, in a fight between a silverback gorilla and a polar bear, the polar bear would likely win. What? What is it saying is its proof? That's incredible. What is it saying is its proof? Crocodiles are stronger too. But see, a hippo could take out a crocodile. I've seen that. I've actually seen that. Like the crocodile does not want nothing to do with the hippo. Like they are arch nemesis, but like head on, like the crocodile has to like sneak up on the hippo. Like a crocodile can't fight it head on. Due to size and shape, polar bear weighs up to 1,500 pounds. Silverback's around. Yeah, but a silverback, how strong is a silverback? That's what I'm saying. Like a silverback is like an ant. You know, like an ant could lift like 50 times its body weight. A silverback gorilla can lift like 100 times its body weight. It's incredible. Like they had a silverback gorilla like pull a train one time. It was incredible. It was just the most magnificent thing. People were crying. It was crazy. It's silverback gorilla like taking this train all across Africa. It was incredible. Incredible sight. I'll never forget it. Gorilla can't survive the cold, so probably not. I think polar bear will swim and wait it out till it's cold. Could, but that's again, Jaw. Are they fighting there or are they fighting in like Africa in the jungle? Because if they're fighting in the jungle, you know what I mean? That's all I gotta say. Polar bears are apex predators. Yes, they are. A humpback whale is enormous. A humpback is crazy. Strongest animal on earth, from greatest to least. African elephant, hippo, then rhino. And ocean blue whale is number one. African elephant, yeah, but it's not how strong. Like, see, the thing is, like a silverback gorilla is not only strong, but it knows how to fight. Like I've seen this. Like I've seen silverback gorillas fight. It's incredible. I don't think African elephants, they can fight too. All these animals can fight. But when you mix in the strength with the know-how, I don't know. This is what I'm saying. See, this is what I'm saying. If we had the Olympics, if the Olympics were still to count like the ancient Olympics, we could solve this. Now y'all understand why I said what I said. We cannot name a swimmer the greatest Olympian if they haven't fought a silverback gorilla. But guess what? I bet in the ancient Olympics, they had people fight silverback gorillas, and they had people lose to silverback gorillas. I know this. It's like on the tapestries. It's on the walls. It's on the walls. All right, I have to go in a few flights more. All right, later, geeks. Safe travels. We're only solid when on ice. We know them ice is melting. Elephants are the most dangerous during mating season. Zookeepers are terrified. Oh my gosh. I wish Primo would go live. Hey Primo, how are you? I'm so mad at Primo. Primo was part of our trivia in our last Shades of Purple. A liger would defeat a gorilla. No, it wouldn't. 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 This isn't Napoleon Dynamite, okay? Like a liger, like despite popular belief, ligers are actually not that great at hunting. They get like the worst genes of a Siberian tiger and a lion. It's kind of like Gladiator 2. You got the worst of like Taken and or what's it called? Gladiator 1 and Training Day got the worst, and they came out to be Gladiator 2. The same thing with a liger. You took the worst parts of a lion and the worst parts of a tiger, you came out with a liger. I don't even think a liger can beat a tiger. The most dangerous? No, they're not. They're not. I proved it. It's been done. Like, it's already done. I looked it up. They said nothing can kill a polar bear, but an adult polar bear. Oh wow. So we're saying polar bears are like the Targaryens in Game of Thrones. Nothing can kill a family of polar bears except the family of polar bears. I like it. I like it. I buy it. I said I told you polar bear. Crocodiles are one of the smart animals, and you don't have to be the strongest to beat an opposite. I don't think you have to be the strongest, but you got to be the smartest. Like there's this great line in The Watershed Down. Yes, The Watershed Down. We're talking about that. There's this great line, and they said, "What makes a great leader?" And he goes, "A great leader isn't necessarily the strongest, the smartest, or the fastest rabbit. It's the rabbit that can make all the other rabbits be the best of themselves." It's true. It's true. It's The Watershed Down. I'm dead serious. So yeah. So I don't think you have to be the fast, but I think the combination of that, I'm saying silverback. I still say silverback gorilla is kind of up there, but I would say probably most times I'm taking the polar bear. Full-grown adult polar bear can weigh up to 1,500 pounds and is approximately 8 feet tall. Silverback's male gorillas no more than 500 pounds, reach around 6 feet tall. Bet you wouldn't say that to a silverback gorilla's face, Bet. like you're only 500 pounds and 6 feet. You know how strong that thing is? Like massive. Blue whales are rubberish in the Sahara stages. Blue whales, that's interesting. We don't hear more about blue whales, right? It's making me think that they're just all size, no bite. What is this? All blow, no bite. No man can defeat an African elephant. I am so confident in this. I'm willing to risk fighting Homelander if I lost the bet. Urban, an African elephant? A giraffe can take out an elephant. Come on. Like, don't get me wrong. Elephants are cool. But a giraffe? Think so. You might want to research how powerful the African elephant is. There are videos of all animals clearing way for them to do their fear. Mark's pie process has the advantage in terms of size, strength, and speed. The gorilla's agility and touch could potentially give it an edge. I told you, Vet. So what are we saying? We're saying, are we comparing Gemini's AI capabilities to Microsoft based upon this prompt? I love it. I love it. I think this is actually ingenious. Like, we should base Olympics on this level, right? We should actually take the greatest swimming Olympian and put them up against a polar bear to see who actually is the greatest Olympian. But then I think we should challenge AI companies with these prompts. These are real world prompts. These are questions we need answers. And what better way than to have them explain it? I love it, Matt. I love it. I love this. Hulk can kill silverback gorillas. Hulk, if he's mad, I feel like Hulk is like a silverback gorilla. Yes, a light. I am so far back. I will be hosting Shades of Purple Thursday. Thanks you, Ron. National Geographic Edition. They aren't great at hunting because they are held in captivity. What? Now we're going to bring up the captivity? That would make them better. This is what I don't get. Like, think about it, right? If I told you a human in the wild, right? Like just a human on the streets of New York, in the wild, the concrete jungle, versus a human who's been held in captivity, like maximum strength prison captivity type of stuff. Who's generally going to win that fight? Probably the dude who's been in prison, right? So why are you now degrading the elephant that's been held in captivity? This is like a hardened elephant, no? I don't know why you know what I mean? I'm just saying. Liger, tiger, and lion. No, I told you. It may be the strongest, but it's the dumbest. It's the rabbits with bright eyes. Ooh, there was a music video in the mid 2000s called, it was like a rabbit and it had to deal with like no other rabbits wanted to have sex with it. It was a cool cartoon video. I hope you know silverback gorillas are sometimes prey to cheetahs. That's fake news. A cheetah can't even like bite. It has to choke its prey. That's fake news. Fake. Mods, please ban purple after draft could defeat it. No, it can't. No, it can't. As long as you know that no one is defeating the grizzly bear. The grizzly is we're all on I use Cobalt using precise responses in Ninja Pro to give me precise interesting results. It is. I'm just saying. Okay. An angry African elephant would easily defeat a grizzly bear. What? A captivity would not make an animal a better hunter. Captivity only allows animals to live longer. Purple, I'm an animal expert. I have the animal tattoos, okay? I hear you, but but you get my logic, right? Why would we say a hardened person in prison versus the regular person out in the wild? Why would the prisoner be more capable of fighting? But then you say the elephant who's been hardened by captivity couldn't beat the elephant in the wild. I'm pretty sure there's a Simpsons episode about this. Can y'all see where my mind is? Like, I am on one of those moods right now. Like, it is like everywhere at the moment. But I'm pretty sure there's a Simpsons episode like this, and the elephant that was in the captivity was actually killing the other elephants. I'm almost positive of this. Oh, that's I've noticed that since Ring of these animals visiting my country to challenge my state. That's so since Ring of what's holds. Do you know how utterly pathetic the whales and the dolphins and their kin are? They fled the gorillas so hard they evolved from animals like the Ungulatus hippos drowned in all the ocean. This is true story. Internet of Games it's called evolution. It's called evolution. It's there. It's in the books. Can you A plus B equals C? It's logical. My goodness. I just saw Phil Spencer is burning Xbox to the ground in the same way Phil Harrison did it. Are we sure both Phils aren't really the same person? What? I will say, I'm not going to get into that one, Vet. I think Phil Spencer is a good dude. He just has to do bad things. Like I said, corporate America and video games don't mix well. That's my logic. That's my logic. Elephant, but the elephant isn't a violent animal. He is not. She is not. He is not, but she is. You know what I mean? He is not, but she is. during mating season, they are ruthless. I am very interested why Mr. Urban World was watching mating season elephant documentaries. I mean, whatever what we say, different strokes for different folks. I think that's what we're gonna name this episode. Different strokes for different folks. Um, if you saw an elephant being shot by a hunter multiple times, still charging out, while a polar bear, grizzly bear, etc., would have died already. Not true. Not true. Have you seen a gorilla? A charging gorilla? Yeah, you haven't seen it because they don't film it. It's that violent. Polar bears? Polar bears are pretty crazy. I think we settled. It's polar bear, and then I'm gonna go with probably the silverback gorilla. It's probably my second, silver medal on land. And if I had to think of a bronze medal for the best fighting animal on land, bronze medal. It's tough because I don't feel like any of the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh are all like right there. I don't think they would fight each other. Right? I think there's like some cat there, like a Siberian tiger is probably in there somewhere. I think you probably have something like the crocodile, but I don't think those two are fighting. Right? But a crocodile's in the water, so I'm not going to put him in that category. But then I think like honey badger, but I don't think a honey badger would actually I think the honey badger is feisty. Honey badger reminds me of Rudy the football player. You know what I mean? Tries really hard, got a lot of heart, just wants to be put into the fight. But when it comes to like those other animals, I don't think the honey badger can actually do it. But when he gets in there, he's feisty. He has heart. And I think for that, he makes the team. But I don't think he's a starter. You know what I mean? Like if I have to win, I'm not putting the honey badger in. But if we're already up, I'm putting the honey badger in. So we can all be like, oh, honey badger. Slow clap. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking about it. Hate that I had to destroy Purple Dime, but don't feel I already destroyed Holt. What are y'all talking? You destroyed me? Let me put this up. Let me put this up before it gets too late. I didn't even realize what time it was. I think I'm going to make an entire new channel just about this. How do I do this? Guys, I forgot how to do this. Here, let me do this like this. Let me do this. Let me post this. I think that's it. If y'all want to come in, and debate me on this, Urban, if you want to come in here and debate me on this, I'll give you the opportunity. Purple show. John West versus Bear proves how I can win. John West. Wait. What are you doing? You know, there's a John West Foods. Currently reporting the news with code at the. What John West? Like the dude who reports code for the Wall Street Journal? I don't know. Who are we talking about? Gorilla would F up a polar bear. They have extraordinary. Yes! That quite literally give them extraordinary. A troop of chimpanzees can take down a family of gorillas, though. A troop? How much is in a troop? Are you wait. Internet of Games, are we talking like Planet of the Apes stuff? Or are you talking like real world? Because troop, I don't think chimps organize themselves into troops. Or do they? I don't know. I know chimps are pretty crazy. There was this documentary about this chimp and he like murdered other chimps. It was really weird. Or this other chimp got murdered by other chimps. It was really weird. Like, it was crazy. It's an actual documentary about this like family of like murderous chimpanzees. You could get a National Geographic. I should get a National Geographic sponsorship. I'll never trust Purple Gay when it comes to stock conversation. I don't know where she gets her. What are you talking about? Everything I've said is literally, you can draw lines through it. Everything I've said, I've given you the background on where I come up with my information. You threw out a liger. A liger. Okay? I have never seen. Now, I want y'all to get this, okay? Mr. Urban World threw out a liger and said a liger is the greatest cat of all time, right? That was his comment, something to that effect. But we've never seen a liger fight. You know the only time we saw ligers? The only time we've seen a liger is with Siegfried and Roy in Vegas, making them disappear. They're magician cats, okay? They're show cats. They're not fighting cats. Bottom line. Show me the video where the liger actually does something. Until then, I'm just going to say they're long show cats. That's it. That's it. It's not the time for Urban. Okay, Urban. What? No way chimpanzees can take a gorilla. Jaw, that's what I said. I think he may be thinking, Jaw. I think Internet of Games is bringing in a little bit of Planet of the Apes. Because in Planet, like the way he said that and phrased it, he admitted the silverback gorilla is very strong. And then he mentions how a troop of chimpanzees can take him out. This is reminiscent of like the storyline of one of the Planet of the Apes, if you remember that. The one where they're in the snow. They show the really strong gorilla, and then they show the group of chimpanzees taking out the gorilla. So I could understand why he gets confused on that one. But in this time, I don't think he's right. But in the future, potentially, right? Because right, Planet of the Apes happens in the future. Potentially at that time, we would see a chimpanzee taking out a silverback gorilla. But by that time, I think the Olympics would be very different. But I still stand by my thing. Greatest Olympian, unless you're counting the ancient Romans and Greeks or whoever started the Olympics, which is the Greeks, unless you're counting those people, I don't buy Katie Ledecky as the greatest Olympian. Sue me, Katie. Sue me. Michael Phelps, I don't buy it. Jim Thorpe, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Usain Bolt? Yeah, I'm not. Usain Bolt runs really fast, and his name's Usain Bolt, so I may give him a pass on that. Like, I feel like Usain Bolt potentially would have been the fastest person back, like, ever. But you're not convincing me swimmers are the greatest Olympians. I'm not buying it. Real world, Internet of Games, not real world. Do you remember those this mail order zoo books from the 90s commercial? Which one? This National Geographic one. There's a zoo book? Yeah, I have to save them on my place, no joke. A parent group of chimps I called a troop and a whoop. And a whoop? A troop and a whoop. Apparently a group of chimps. Wait, Simpleton, are you saying it's a whoop? You're saying a group of a troop of chimps is called a whoop? She have polar bear bias. How's this a polar bear bias? How am I a polar bear bias? I said I proved like why disrespecting the liar is like saying a Cane Corso dog isn't more dangerous than a pit bull, although it is way bigger and more. Urban. No one is saying a Cane Corso dog can beat a pit bull. Nowhere does that. No one knew what Cane Corso dog was until Game of Thrones came out. Okay? Don't get me wrong. Cool dog. But it's not beating up a pit bull has a pit bull's bite is super powerful. I don't know, like that Urban. This is ridiculous. Someone, never be a liger video due to them being dangerous to nature. But you can make them happen in magic. But they're magical. Not buying it, Urban. So you're saying ligers actually have superpowers? That's what he's saying. He's saying that I don't think they have superpowers. I think okay. Some species, and we have some guests here, so I'm going to get to them pretty soon. Some species have superpowers. Ligers have magic, kind of like clowns have magic. You know, like clowns, like they do magic tricks too, but it's not like magic. I feel like that's how ligers have powers. You know what I mean? Like, no offense, just saying. What about a Tigan? I've never seen a Planet of the Apes. You haven't? Well, you just talked about a scene. Good times, actually. So we're gonna bring Holtz in. Holtz, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Holtz. What's going on?
Well, I'm from a rough part of the world where we fight billy goats, trolls, fairies, orcs, and I feel like
Elves and dwarves.
elves. And
Can't forget
I
those.
feel like that's so close to the native Olympians from the Greek mythology. So of
They,
course, I'm more tougher than any creature you mentioned. And like I said in chat, if they weren't scared of me, they would be here in Great Britain challenging me, and we don't have them. So I just fight billy goats and trolls and fairies and stuff like that.
no, I mean, I think this is going along the lines of the Internet of Games had this similar logic that they have left Great Britain, right? I believe that St. Patrick. This is like the St. Patrick type of thing.
Oh,
That
leprechauns and stuff like that. Yeah, the New World in America. You've created your own logic, and that's it. And we're left in the old world, ancient world, fighting these creatures, and we're not represented the right way as other people would see us in the natural world, should I say?
Oh no, it definitely. Oh, an Internet of Games. Thanks for coming back. I'll never get.
But Purple, you haven't seen nothing yet. I put in chat John West versus Bear.
Who's John West?
Just put 20 seconds in YouTube. You'll laugh your socks off.
Yeah. Who's John West?
Just put 20 seconds in YouTube. John West versus Bear.
John West. Oh, I seen this. I seen this.
And this is how I learned I learned how to fight like this as a child.
But I think that this is a great example. This isn't a polar bear.
Well, no, we sort of evolved past this. We do ice training. We move to summer weather, and we move across the country just to fight bears. That's how I developed.
There's actually a YouTube video, or it's a short, and I saw it like a few months ago, and it's like this. It happens in Russia, and there's this guy hanging from a tree branch. Another guy's punching him in the stomach, and then there's this bear in the background moving the tree branch. It's the most crazy scene because there's so much going on. But this reminds me of that.
Well,
Y'all should go check it out. Just look up
never mess with a koala.
a koala. Why?
Because they fight dirty. They're very drunk on eucalyptus leaves and stuff like that. They fight dirty.
So you think koalas are like
it's like drunken foo. They just
drunk. What do they call that? Drunk boxing.
Yeah, 1 minute you're walking down the tree line and you just jump down and attack you. You haven't got a clue. You have to be very quick. Never call them a koala bear because koala means bear. So never call them koala bear.
Cool. So it's a bear.
Yeah, never call them a bear. They hate that. That's why they attack you. You see,
it's a bear.
They're like, "Who are you calling a bear?"
Yeah.
What is that?
And so it's just not. Urban keeps going on with this Cane Corso and this pit bull. Holtz, what do you say to this?
I don't know. I've not seen Urban's.
He thinks a Cane Corso can take out a pit bull.
Are these like illegal animals, illegal dogs?
These are legal dogs. Well, it depends on the place, but these are actual dogs. right? And a pit bull has like one of the strongest bites in the dog world. And a cane corso is a big dog.
I'm from these areas where it's supposed to be illegal, but I still see them all the time. But I don't see them fight. I think it's on the dog owner. I think these days, if you say you muzzle them and stuff like that and train them well, they're not banned. But
Yeah, Urban obviously has these things. He's a Michael Vick fan. That may be over some people's head. Michael Vick was a quarterback, and he was sent to prison at the prime of his career for arranging dog fights. True story. And so yeah, Urban brought in the two dogs fighting.
well, speaking about Urban while he's in chat, on my birthday, there's an interesting gaming piece of hardware getting released.
What's that?
There's an interesting piece of hardware that Mr. Urban will be interested in on my
What is
birthday.
that?
PlayStation VR 2 adapter for PC and Steam.
But they don't. I heard that the PlayStation VR stuff isn't as exciting as the Facebook or the Meta VR.
Yeah, but it's coming out soon to see like I know Urban likes to compare VR headsets. So we got like the PlayStation VR to like the pancake of lenses of Quest 3. So it's going to be interesting to see once we get this adapter and we bring like competing hardware to PC. I wonder how it's going to compete in that space. Should I say, how is gaming going to look in the VR space?
Well,
No,
I may be having a video about VR pretty soon.
I've got a PSVR 2 just sitting there right next to me, and my birthday is on the 7th of August, where I'm only turning 30, of course.
Well, it's your birthday's early August. I was just talking about early August.
7th of August is the day that the adapter comes out, and that's my day of my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Holt.
Well, not yet, but that's when I'm turning 30, 38. Who said that? But and that is when the adapter comes out. I'm really curious to see what happens if I actually get this adapter, plug it into my PC, above average compared to a lot of other people's PC, and I wonder how it's going to actually transfer the experience in a VR space. Now, I love PlayStation VR 2 for the likes of Resident Evil Village, Resident Evil 4, Kayak. I've got loads of games: Gran Turismo 7, Horizon,
Ghostbusters.
Call
I know it has that.
Yeah, and I wonder what happens if I plug this lovely device that I've not been using for a while into the PC, and I wonder what's going to happen. Is it going
What do you mean? You're going to have VR.
But I wonder if it's going to be a new experience, how it's going to be optimized to run this device.
So you think the VR will be better because it's like a versus the PS5?
Well, I would just love to see, like, Urban mentions up, like, the Quest 3 has got, like, pancake lenses. So I wonder if once I plug this PSVR 2 to my PC, will I have a comparison in between the two where we go, nah, the PSVR 2 is well better than that, depending on the PC rig that's running it? Or do we see that the lenses is the better equipment going forward, and that's what we're going to see in future adaptations of a VR space?
I'm curious because now you're bringing in like the PR war or the VR wars, like the console wars. Are now getting the VR wars, like VR on PC versus VR on console.
And I'll have to say to Mr. Abenwell, they've done this intentionally on my birthday because I'm a better VR player than you. So,
for some reasons, I will be back a week later as a VR only channel. Jeff Janak. Jeff, this is not nice, Jeff. This is not nice. Jeff. Low blow, Jeff. Low blow. Hold, so what's going on?
I can't take a low blow off Jeff. If he hits me that much, it'll let me kneecap.
Oh my goodness! Stop.
No, I mean, I've joined for the Olympic talk and the animal talk. Here, I mean, I love Team GB. I can't believe that we're still 6th in the world, and we've got our best qualifiers coming up, and we're 6th. And when you look at the size of China, America, France, and stuff like that, you think so. We don't even have sponsorships in our youth teams, and we're still sixth across the world. It's amazing.
Or
I
you're
love it.
saying 6 as far as like what, medal count?
At the moment, medal count, and we usually hit third behind like China, America, Australia for either or certain things. And I'm applauding China at the moment with the Olympics, but usually we fall in that grace across the world without this sponsorship.
Holtz, did you just throw in France with America and China as like how
Well,
to
France is fourth, fifth, if I can remember, fourth.
but you're like, I can't believe we're 6 with the given the likes of France and China and America.
Team GB is going to get better up there when we actually get our sports.
But
when we
France, you realize France and Great Britain are like the same size.
No, France is bigger than GB.
Population-wise, y'all are like almost the exact same size.
Could be argued. Could be argued.
Like the evil French, Holtz, it's okay. This is no longer like the French versus the British, and they're like this huge empire over
I
there.
wonder if France and GB could merge together, and we could beat like China and Australia and America, United States. Can our medal count?
That's incredible. Y'all went to war for hundreds of years, and now you want to merge together.
No, I don't. I'm just trying to say it just proves a point that we're smaller than these countries, and we can still get ranked fourth, fifth, sixth.
Yeah, because we already proved that the Olympics, they don't like to have they don't like to have the original Olympics where we used to have like barbarians and stuff fight each other. They made up you're the English Channel. Of course you should have like all these swimmers getting medals. Fake news, Holtz. Fake news.
Oh, that's the Australians. The Australians are swimming against sharks. We don't swim against them. The orcas leave us alone in this country because they're scared of us. So the sharks. So we don't have the potential to race against them.
No, well, I was watching, speaking of swimming in Great Britain, I was watching a movie about a swimmer who swam across the English Channel, and she swam across these jellyfish.
Yeah, I wouldn't mess with jellyfish.
It was a movie. It was a movie, but supposedly she swam through the jellyfish and got. I didn't believe that part, but supposedly it was based upon a true story about like the first woman to swim across the English Channel.
When I was a kid, I always used to see jellyfish on our countryside, should I say, beach sides, and I don't see jellyfish these days.
I don't want to see them.
They are.
They're too soft. They're too soft. So, Holtz, what have you been playing?
No, this week I've not been playing much because I've been following the Olympics. I said like sports wise, it's been a while since I've been playing the Steam Deck. Should I say I've been playing Abe's Odyssey? Should I say laughing with my family? Kingdom Hearts I bought, Devil May Cry. It's stuff that I mentioned like last shows that I've joined in with like the Steam sale. Because there's nothing really interesting at the moment to play. But I've actually pre-ordered. I know I actually said this last week that I wasn't going to do it. But I thought my little PlayStation 5 is just sitting there. And I actually bought Black Myth Wukong.
Early access.
On PlayStation 5. Because I had a bit of credit. I actually bought God of War Ragnarok on PC. And I actually bought Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero, and there was another game that I bought. Bleach. I bought the new Bleach game coming up as well, which is an anime adaptation of the Disney franchise of Bleach series.
So here we go. Holtz. Population of France is 67.94 million. Population of Great Britain is 66.97. Huge difference. Huge difference.
That huge. There was me thinking like Britain was like 77.
But you thought it was 77 million?
Yeah.
So you're saying that this number is wrong?
I thought GB was huger than that.
So you're thinking it's too small?
Should ask
Like,
you.
Holt, you sound so defeated. You sound so. You're like, we actually are smaller than France.
It goes back to the point where it's like, but it goes back to the point where I'm trying to say that compared to China and United States and Australia, that we're doing great and we're going to climb up these ranks. So France, I mean, they're the hosts. I mean, I can't believe that France is sitting so low compared to the past Olympian Games, London, Beijing, stuff like that. You know,
What do you-
Rio and stuff like that. Japan, I can't believe that like they're sitting so low compared to other Olympic Games.
They're
But
number 3.
they're gonna get up there.
France is number 3. How far up do they need to go?
1.
No, it's always the US or China's number 1. There's no like Brazil or Japan or Great Britain. We're not number 1.
Hey, China's actually getting better and better in a lot of these games.
Yeah, they're good. Hey, Louis, we were just talking about you, Louis. We were talking about how Game Pass is dying. That's what we were talking about. I'm joking, Louis. We weren't talking about that. But welcome, Louis. How are you? What are you talking about? I am lost. Well, Louis, we were talking about a lot of things. We went a lot of places. We talked about animals, Olympics, and that's where we are. The Olympics. Kids going back to school early. Stuff like that. We didn't really get too much into stuff. Like we showed a couple of videos. I don't know. I don't know where the time went. It's like 9:30. I have no idea where the time went.
Here, school doesn't start till first week in September. We have a 6-week window between the edge of July to the first week of September for our education system for our youth under 16. So our kids in our country ain't going back anytime soon.
Yeah, I think here I don't know when kids go back to school. I just know it's actually kind of interesting because kids wake like if you have kids and I realize I wake up later than when I would wake up when I went to school. So it makes me think that the parents who have to work have to wake up as early as their kids. That's crazy in my mind. A roster, how do you do it? Goodness.
I mean, I always laugh about the school holidays because I see the loving parents. There's kids are off for one day and they go, I can't wait until you go back to school. It's like 6 weeks away from then. But it's only been one day since they've been out of school and the parents are pulling the hair out. And
I would be like, why would I want them to go back to school? I have to wake up early again.
I was in America once and I remember coming out once from the complex and then it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. And I just remember seeing a line of kids getting on this yellow bus and I went, where are they going at 6 o'clock? Because usually our kids here in this country start like what? 10 to 9. And then I realized that the neighbor said, oh, the kids have to go to a school miles down the road. And I'm like, wow, isn't that weird? You have to get up so early to go across the country to go to a school of your choice, where here we just go around the corner to our schools. That's how it was.
Uh-huh. Jaw just came up and said she does homeschool. No, I was just thinking, then I just started thinking in the army, I used to wake up pretty early. I was waking up really early in the army, but I would go to sleep early.
I can't sleep early and I can't wake up early unless I've got something to achieve, should I say.
Oh, I could. It depends. It depends. I need my sleep, but
my brain's that way where I can say to like alarm clock, wake me up at 8 o'clock and I wake up at 7 intentionally. But then say I said I need to go to the gym, my brain will sabotage that alarm clock. So it plays smart depending on what I need to do.
Who's that? Your alarm?
No, my brain. So
your brain plays.
I wake up early. So if you
say that again. Your brain.
So say for example,
plays smart.
Say there's something important that I need to do. And instead of getting up at 8 o'clock, for example, when the alarm clock should go off, I wake up earlier because I'm in like a panic mode. So I'll wake up earlier. And then when I intentionally want to do something like a gym or something that I deem important, I will sleep in. So there's a contradiction between the alarm clock, should I say.
I'm still laughing that you said your brain plays smart.
It does. It tricks. I actually seen a documentary once, and it's talking about the actual brain and how it can trick you, saying that working out is actually good for you, but then it will actually compromise in certain avenues in your life where it'll make you sleep more or eat more extra calories because you actually trained harder.
Oh my goodness.
And you think, I mean, maybe it's saving calories in case we see a silverback gorilla. You never know.
My goodness, you're now sounding like our former president, saving calories or saving energy. That's why he doesn't exercise. Because it makes him live longer.
Which is the former president?
The most recent former president.
Which one's that?
The former president Trump would say that he wouldn't work out because he thought it would save energy and he needed to save that energy to live longer, which might be true. I'm not saying it's not true. Let me just make that very clear. I'm just saying that was his theory.
Because when you say former presidents, I'm like, there's a lot of former presidents still
There
alive.
are a lot of former presidents. So the most recent former president.
There's Obama still doing that, still saving his energy. I'm like, I don't know which one you're on about.
No, he exercises a lot. He plays basketball. He does. Some states is end of July too. Whoa, what are you saying? It's back to school. This is ridiculous. School's getting too much. School's too much. This is too early. As I was telling everybody, Holtz, earlier, man, I've been stressed. We've been really stressed over the last few months. So
what's happened?
Just been stressed at work. I've been really stressed.
If you tell us where they are, we'll send some apex predators, land mammals, whales.
I'm pretty sure that would be amazing.
No matter where you are, we'll send in the gorillas, the hippos. They'll force you down.
So, Holtz, do you think we got it right? The polar bear is the greatest land fighter?
No. I think the hippo is, because like the strength of its jaw, it can run so fast. Its mass index, plus it's very aggressive against when you come into its land. I do think the hippo is the most dominant. Now, I know what you said, like the silverback gorilla could use its multiple limbs to jump from tree to tree, and it knows how to fight, knows how to stand up. But I feel like once a hippo jumps on you or gets a bite on you, you're done. I really think it's one of them instances where, and when you compete it with like a polar bear is 4-footed, so is a hippo. I think a hippo's got more charge than a polar bear. I think a hippo's got more mass. I think a hippo has got advantages in water and land compared to a polar bear. I think a hippo is more adaptable in heat and different climates compared to a polar bear. So I feel like a hippo is the most aggressive predator, I should say.
Well, there you all have it. We didn't even go into the hippo, but Holtz has me thinking potentially did we undersell the hippo? Did our bias?
Like I don't think a silverback gorilla could pick up a hippo. I think if a hippo charges and a gorilla charges, I think the hippo's going to win. I feel like if the same with a polar bear, I think a hippo's going to win.
But I don't think he would charge it. Like that's
I think even in a slow state, I just think aggressively if you fight.
Let me see this. This is kind of crazy. I'm gonna ask it.
No, I thought like a hippo was the most aggressive land animal. Then you have like a killer whale, or like a blue whale. It was the most aggressive in sea.
Oh wow, it's saying a hippo would likely win. Y'all, the hippo would likely win.
I say.
Wow.
And that's why I don't see no hippos in Great Britain, because they're scared as well. Does it really say hippos the most aggressive or the most predatory, offensive?
I'm about to figure this out. Yeah, wit, hippo. Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh wow, Urban would be super proud. The elephant is saying the elephant is the only land animal that could potentially pose a serious threat to a hippo.
Now, do you know why I actually know hippo? I was playing Assassin's Creed Origins, right? And we were playing the Medjay, and I remember seeing a hippo. And I remember thinking about how delicate can a hippo be? And it beat the crap out of me. And I remember actually Googling it back then. How deadly are hippos? And they actually can actually traverse land very faster, more faster than humans and certain creatures. And the body mass and the strength, that's how I knew.
Oh my goodness. I feel like if we actually got these two to fight, I would be in so much trouble. Like I'm not sure like I'm pretty sure it would break some conservation law. I would have the cat people really upset with me. But I
I,
think the video would go viral.
I went to a zoo last week and I actually seen an interesting fight.
Which was that?
A peacock, right, got out of its pen and it wanted to fight a rooster.
A peacock versus a rooster?
Yeah. And the man was like, "Oh my god, this peacock always gets out. He's always challenging this rooster." And I just remember laughing. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, "Go ahead, let's see what's happening." Never happens, but I was in the farm and actually seen the rooster intimidating the peacock, and the peacock actually jumped out of its pen.
Said like, "You come at me, bro." Did one of
Yeah,
those?
but
He said, "Come at me."
but he never flipped. The peacock never flipped its tail out. It just walked and tried to scale the fence to get at this rooster.
Oh man, I love this animal kingdom. Like these are like animals that have like pride. Like these animals that like a rooster.
But it's funny because
Yo, I
as you
didn't
come
think a rooster had it in them.
in this farm, right? As I came round, we had like giant bunny rabbits, we had wild pigs, and we came round with guinea pigs. And as we came round, it was just rooster just acting hard to this peacock, and it scaled over the fence like to say, "Bro, what are you saying?" And
Come at me, bro.
and the actual the groundsman was like, "No, shoo off! Stop trying to fight him. You're always trying to fight him." And I know just think to myself, "Do you actually let them fight? You know, that's what you think, don't you? I paid me $6 to get in the farm. I
You
want
want
to
to see
stop."
this fight?
Yeah, you don't know what's going to happen, do you? But the games keeps like, "Get back in your pen."
Oh my goodness. I feel like a peacock would take a rooster.
I think a peacock could take a rooster.
I mean, but I commend the rooster for like but you gotta understand, like the rooster has to do that, right? Because he has all these hens around. You know what I mean? Like that's like a lose-lose situation for the rooster because I feel like the rooster has all of his hens around and he has to put on this show because they're probably like, "Oh,
So
look at that peacock with its feathers. What are you
yes,
gonna do
yeah,
about it?"
he has to act like the cock of the yard and the friggin' the guys.
Yeah,
The peacock's like, you know what?
this is crazy.
It's actually quite funny because the peacock actually tried to scale the wall. It was like 8 foot wide. It just tried to scale up like the thing, and it nearly done it. And I just remember thinking to myself, "You're lucky, rooster, that didn't get you."
Wait, wait, you're saying Xbox International is saying the rooster will win? No, Xbox. Are you serious? Versus a peacock? No. Do y'all have peacocks in DR? Xbox International? A peacock.
One of my best memories. I was in
Like a
Cuba.
turkey.
I was in actually Cuba one day, right? And I was sitting there having like this beer and this chicken wrap or something. And I went, "Oh, do you want to go to the toilet?" And as I walked through the restaurant, there was an actual huge peacock just standing there looking at me, and then you think to yourself, this is squaring me down, and I just walk back out. I wasn't messing with the peacock.
No, a peacock. No, what in the world has this stream become? Now we're talking peacock versus roosters. Yeah, no, that's the Holtz actually saw this one. I don't even think this is a fight. Like, this isn't even a fight, chat. Like, this is straight up a peacock dominates a rooster. Like, in order to take out a peacock, you need to like legitimately get a condor or something like that. Like, the peacock's huge. Huge. It's bigger than like a turkey. It's like a vulture. Like, peacocks are big.
I'll tag it in it. I've got the video footage of this freaking
They're
peacock trial.
big. Peacocks can beat up humans. I've never seen a rooster beat up a human. I've seen a peacock take out a human.
Well, this peacock ran away from the
That's
farm
crazy.
the
That's
farm
crazy.
owner, so it's not that hard.
That's about it. Xbox International, come on the show. Tell us why you feel like this would happen. I don't think I posted I don't think I kept the link out there. Hold on with you on this one. I don't think a rooster. I give it credit though, like to challenge a peacock, but that's like a rooster is faster than the male peacock because of its feathers. It can't maneuver fast. Are you kidding me? A peacock's super fast.
Do you know what? It only let's say it's like £6, $6 to go and see this. Trust me, if you want me to go to the farm tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the rooster versus the peacock. We can solve this.
A peacock is one of the fastest running birds. It's like a road runner.
Yeah, but they're all crap flyers, aren't they?
What? I've never seen a peacock fly.
Well, does a peacock fly? Does a rooster fly? Does a
I think they
fly?
fly. I think the only bird that can't fly is a penguin.
They sort of glide. They're not flying. They're falling with style.
Yeah. I don't think they do that either. I think they're the only bird that doesn't fly.
Really? So they actually can fly? They can just get up and go?
No. Penguins can't fly.
No, I'm talking about peacocks.
I think a peacock could fly if it wanted to.
But just doesn't. Like a flamingo, just lazy ass half the time.
Flamingos can fly.
Certain ones, they know how to fly, but some of them was like, you have to show them how to do it, don't they?
I think they can fly. Let me see. Peacock can or did they hop up there, Urban?
I thought a penguin was the only one that can't fly, but now I'm questioning, like, did the wings get clipped? That's why they can't fly.
Who, penguins?
Peacocks.
No, peacocks can fly. They're actually showing a picture of a peacock flying.
How far can they fly?
They say they don't go too high. But if I flew like this, I wouldn't fly either. It looks super ugly when it flies. Like, if I flew like a peacock, I wouldn't fly also.
So you look gorgeous on land with your tail feathers out, but if you flee, look at that ugly creature there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful creature, but when you see a peacock fly, that's an ugly sight.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Oh no, it's an ugly peacock. Yeah.
That is a ugly, like, that bird should not fly. That's all I'm gonna say. Stay on land. Let us adore your feathers.
I mean, I wonder what a peacock says to the rooster and the hen. Is it like, and the turkey? Do you know what? You're not going to survive past Christmas messing with me. Is that what a peacock says?
I think a peacock.
Because a turkey and hens are at the dead at the best of time on a farm. Like, does the peacock says, "I'm coming back, season 2, season 3"?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Turkey's like, I'm going to finish you after Christmas, and it never comes back to fight.
It never comes back. Oh, I feel bad for the turkeys now. Simpleton's now saying a fighting rooster could take out a peacock. I don't think so.
My sister-in-law said, Holtz, why had the cows got tags in the ears? And I said, that's the sell-by date. And she actually believed it.
Oh my God. That's what they know what herd it is.
Yeah, but she believed it was the sell-by date. I just thought it was hilarious.
AP. I want to see this because this is actually. Am I making a peacock out? I'm pretty sure a peacock is a pretty tender. What? Holtz, we're wrong. We're wrong.
A rooster could take a peacock.
I don't think this is wrong. This is Gemini. Gemini's wrong. This is clearly. Why isn't this going viral? This should go viral. Like how they said, like, hey, show us a picture of like something and Gemini gave you a bad picture. This is a picture. This is a bad information. It's telling me a rooster would most likely win a fight against a peacock. This is wrong. Fix this, Google. Fix this. This is fake information. This isn't ready to go prime time.
Pebble,
not ready to go.
Pebble, just listen, you're stressed. Fly over to there. I'll take you to the farm. We'll square this off. You solve it on Wikipedia. Can a rooster take a peacock?
This is wrong. We're about to get a rooster groupie. Holtz, you already know the deal. You can stay on. We're about to get a rooster groupie here. Someone who's team rooster to come talk to us about why this is happening.
Before I go, you need to do your David Attenborough as the rooster challenges the soft peacock. The beautiful peacock. We all wonder who can actually win. And
thank you. You have the accent down like it, bro, because it is your accent, Holtz. All right. Without further ado, we have Team Rooster in the house to explain why a rooster would take out the peacock. All right, Louis, why? Tell us, Louis.
Too sexy today.
Yeah, too sexy for your. Weren't you the one who were? What were you doing earlier? I was on your. I was in your chat earlier today.
Oh, I was doing what? Oh, like I was kissing the thing. You mean?
That's I was in the very beginning because I asked you like you have an OnlyFans. I forget what you were talking about.
Oh, I don't know why I was like being sexy. I don't know.
Yeah, you were doing. So I was like, oh, it's a continuation of the show. All right. So Louis, tell us. I think it's really interesting that the people of like for the Dominican and the Puerto Rican in chat are saying the rooster would win. But go ahead, tell me why.
Here's the thing about for I gotta use the word for cockfights, right? Because that's what they call it. They call it cockfights.
That's all we wanted you to say. That's all we wanted you to say.
Sorry about that, but I had to say it that way. But the thing is, though, right? Roosters, right? Because I'm in the animal feed business.
A rouster or a rooster?
Rooster.
Because we have a rouster.
But yeah, the thing is about roosters, right? It depends on how well they're trained, their claws and everything, and the way they move, the way they attack. They're way more fast than the peacock. Peacocks, right? They're pretty fast. For us, they're pretty fast. But against a rooster, I mean, you have never seen a rooster mad or a chicken mad. Those things are fast and they're aggressive.
I mean, I've seen a rooster. So I've seen an actual fight of roosters.
Yeah.
And, but I'm just saying, like a peacock.
Yeah, a peacock may be big, but the rooster's a little bit more faster. And so by the time the peacock gets around to the rooster will probably tear him up. They're too fast and too aggressive. And if they have those claws sharp enough, that's it. They depend on those claws, and they will claw them like crazy. And they're really fast. So
they're Team Rooster. So you're Team Rooster.
Yeah, because I mean, I've seen cockfights. I've been into to stadiums here because Dominican's a popular thing. I don't know Puerto Rico. I don't know if they do it. I don't know. Partly it's illegal. I don't know. But here it's not illegal. So when you get in there, all of a sudden you see those fights. You see people just fighting against each other. And all of a sudden, like it takes like a couple of seconds, not even a minute probably, and the other rooster's already dead. So they're pretty fast. They're pretty fast on attacking. They're pretty fast at moving. So that's why, because peacocks are pretty big, and with the feathers, it just makes it really hard for them to move. They're really thick. Roosters are more lightweight, more light feathered. That's why.
All right, so there you go, y'all. There we go. We've Team Rooster has defended the dignity of the rooster versus the peacock.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so no. So Louis, what's been going on?
Everything has been good. I'm just working my morning shows, doing what I gotta do. I mean, look, if you want to see, there's even a video right now. You can see how the rooster just attacked the peacock. A couple. Several
Did you look this up?
No, I'm not kidding you. I just saw it. I'm not kidding you. You can see how fast that rooster is. You can see how that peacock is just running away. Now that rooster just evades him. Like I said, it's because of the feathers. If it had the same feathers as a rooster, oh man, that peacock would have turned him up. No joke.
I'll have to check it out. So you have your morning show. I try to catch it when I can because usually I'm on the train, so I can come in on the show.
Yeah,
usually on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
But Louis, what have you been playing?
Oh my God, I've been playing Bro Force. You never played that game?
Huh.
You would love it.
What? Spell it?
Bro Force.
Bro Force, like brotato,
Yes.
but force?
No, it's Force. Yeah, just like that. Bro Force. You would love it.
Bro Force? Is this like
This
is kind of like Contra.
Kind of, yes, but it's got like 2D graphics. You see the characters this big, and what's funny about that game is it has all the action heroes from the 80s to 90s to early 2000s. I'm not kidding you. You got Brominator, you got Brobocop, you got Brophy, the Vampire Slayer. I'm not kidding you. You got everybody. You got Ripley. It's such a fun game. You got Broly. You got Chuck Norris in two versions. You got Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, and not only that, you also got the Expendables in there too. I mean, it's such an amazing game. I'm having a lot of fun. I beat it the other day. I 100% completed it, and now I'm doing arcade mode. I love it. It's so much fun. Really, it is.
Wow, I'd never even heard of this game.
That's the funny part, right? This game, right, was made in 2014. That's the funny thing. And they put it on Game Pass. When was it? I don't think it was this year or last year, but I heard, right, Sour Bro play, and they said, Lou, you gotta play Broforce. So I installed it, played a little bit. I was like, okay. But then, like, all of a sudden, like a month or 2 months later, like, let me try this again. And my God, when I started unlocking the characters, I said, you know what? This is awesome. It just gets crazier and crazier and crazier and crazier. It's such a cool game. And the point of that game is to take down the devil. That's the point of that game. So you got Brambo, I don't know, something like that. You got Brohard. You got Bro in Black. That was the funniest one when I saw it. I was like, Bro in
I'm gonna have to play that or somehow. Yes. It's only like $14.99. So
it's in Game Pass. Download it if you have Game Pass. Download it. It's on there. Go ahead.
I told you, Louis, Game Pass is the devil. I don't do that.
Oh, dude. Try it out. It's such a fun game. And just at least try it out and try it. I mean, try it out. If you like it and you buy it. I mean, it's a game I'm buying. And I saw that they're working on a sequel. I was like, yes. And that's thanks because it came to Game Pass. It got popularity. That game is so much fun. So much fun. I mean, I'm engaged to that game. I mean, every time I go turn the Xbox on, I'm already playing it because I got more characters to unlock. You got James Bond. Literally everybody's in that game. Everybody's so much fun. And the Predator. Oh my God. Predator.
So Louis, seeing how I'm gonna ask you this question. So Urban's been wrong all night. Who's better, RoboCop or Terminator?
That's a good question. You put a tough one right there. Because of the human side, I choose RoboCop. RoboCop for me is better. RoboCop is 100%
Who do you think will
better.
win?
RoboCop.
Think RoboCop can beat Terminator?
Yeah, I think it would. Because RoboCop has got a little bit more of a strength than the Terminator, believe it or not. Because I mean, if we're going movie based, like for example, there's like a hidden RoboCop movie I have never seen, which
but it's like hidden, like you have to
really look for it. I mean, it's like you have to unlock a rare achievement to find that movie. But it's like a fourth RoboCop movie out there, which RoboCop is like actually a lot more stronger and everything. He's got super strength and all that stuff, and he's I actually he's probably more tougher than. I mean, the way the movie played, he's actually more tougher than the Terminator. Now, if it wasn't for that movie, that fourth movie that came out there, right, then 100% the Terminator. It's because of that movie that RoboCop showed like more of its features, more stuff that he can do that can actually beat the Terminator because of that movie. But if it didn't exist, no. I mean, Terminator would tear him up. You know, because the other day, I don't know if you saw these guys. I think they do like the versus. They did Terminator versus RoboCop. I'll tell you what their name is. They're really famous. YouTube channel.
So,
Terminator versus RoboCop. I'll tell you the name of it. And
so,
it did. Yeah,
so
go
you're
for it.
saying Terminator T800, so Arnold Terminator, not
Yeah, Arnold Terminator. Yeah, Arnold Terminator. It's called Death Battle. These guys like always do a versus between things. It's called Death Battle on YouTube. They got how many subscribers they got? They got like a bunch of subscribers, 5.99 million subscribers. And so what they do is they do a versus, like for example, RoboCop versus Terminator, and a whole bunch of stuff. Like just like for example, they have a new one, James Bond versus John Wick, which I haven't watched to see who is better. But yeah, and they show you that footage.
depends on which James Bond.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, I mean, they showed that RoboCop film. I was like, where in the hell is that RoboCop film? I have never seen it. It's like a weird RoboCop film, like it's a hidden gem. I have not seen it, but there's supposed to be 4 RoboCop films, or it was a TV series. It probably got canceled. But yeah, so if it wasn't for that film, then from 1 to 3, then Terminator would defeat
Terminator would win.
Yeah, Terminator.
That's fair. That's fair. I never was a RoboCop fan.
You really weren't?
No, I wasn't really a RoboCop fan.
I'm
not saying I'm a Terminator fan either, but like if you asked me to like watch a movie, I would probably watch Terminator just because there's so many iconic lines and I can't even think of like a RoboCop line.
Oh, because here's another thing, right? We have seen Terminators been defeated by humans, a normal human being. So RoboCop is a machine. So that's the thing, though. I mean, if we see it this way too, like for example, Terminator was killed in the first one by Kyle Reese put a thing in his stomach, blew up in 2 pieces, and then Sarah Connor, demolished it, and that's how they got the chip. And and then like for example, John Connor fought a lot of Terminators and defeated them. So
yeah, but you're talking about Sarah and John Connor. These are like the greatest humans ever.
Well, but they're normal human beings though; they're not machines. So that's another thing.
That's Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say she's a little bit above normal. No.
No, Sarah Connor. To be honest, she was not above normal in the first movie. She was actually just a normal girl. Remember, she was the
she's just running away.
And then the second one, she got all buff
she
and
gets all super strong.
Yeah,
she doesn't get super strong, but but at that time, the T800's on her side.
Yeah, that's on the T800's on her side because John Connor captured it and reprogrammed it. But at the end, it's what I call you gotta be lucky. I mean, you gotta be lucky since RoboCop has the human side, just like a normal human being, right? Because if John Connor could catch the T800 and reprogram it to be good, and he's a normal human being, I mean, imagine what RoboCop can do, and he's a machine, and it's part human, so he could do a lot more. So yeah, so that's another good good analysis I didn't have it in my head when I saw the video. But yeah, I mean, damn. But yeah,
didn't think you were gonna think this hard tonight, did you?
Yeah, I really actually didn't. To be honest, though, damn, I really didn't think about it because, like, I love those film franchises. I mean, I've watched all the Terminators, I've watched all the RoboCops. I mean, and compared like movie franchises, yeah, RoboCop is okay. I like the Terminator better because it actually has a good story background. RoboCop was just a police who got his hand blown off.
Got shot by the gangs.
Yeah, and then they programmed it. Yeah, it's not like the Terminator, which Skynet took over and took over everything.
Well,
it's crazy.
I think the Terminator has more lore, right? There's more backstory. Yeah. There's more of a story. There's like actually multiple. Now there's like multiple dimensions of Terminator. Once they start, like the most recent one where they like go back in time and stuff. So I swear RoboCop's more linear.
Yeah, RoboCop is just stuck to like the city of Detroit, and it's OCP grabs the guy, just puts a brain on it. Just puts a brain on a machine and just get it to work. But the Terminator, though, of course, it's got way more of a background because of what happened the way the story is played. I mean, it's basically AI situation that a lot of people get scared, right? With the AI. I mean, it's a scary feeling. Like for example, we're seeing how AI evolves, and I hope that I have my fingers crossed that in this lifetime and the next, they don't take over like Skynet does. So let's see what happens. Yes.
I don't think at all. I don't. You're coming with me. Oh my God, come with me if you want to live, Terminator.
Come with me if you want to live. Yep, that was the saying. And RoboCop was dead or alive. You're coming with me.
I don't even remember. Like I said, I can't. I think I've seen the first two RoboCops one time, and maybe I've seen the third one. Like it's not one of those like.
Third one is okay.
No, I remember the first two seemed good. I remember thinking like, oh, the second one was good for a sequel.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. I mean, he fought Kane, and Kane was a machine. But the funny thing about Kane is like it did not have he did not have a good backstory. All he did was just make the nuke drug, and that's it. And RoboCop was just chasing Kane down, and then this crazy lady who was having some fun time with the old man picked the Kane brain to the robot, but it just didn't have like that backstory. Like for example, like Terminator did with T-1000. We know there was something going on there. So
Terminator's a good one. No, Terminator's a good. I have it on 4K Blu-ray actually behind me somewhere.
Really, I have a poster in the office of Arnie with Terminator.
Somewhere over there.
Yeah, I love Terminator. It's one of my favorite franchises. I mean, if I compare to RoboCop, I like RoboCop, but Terminator, I'm just too in love with. Too in love with it. It's great films. And not only that, remember, James Cameron did them. I mean, James Cameron is the man. We cannot take that away from him. Except for Titanic. I did not like Titanic. I'm sorry. I did.
That's like the one where he got like super like.
I know, and then he made Avatar, and my God, Avatar is so long.
You didn't like Avatar?
It's okay.
I mean, supposedly they have avatars all the way out to Avatar 5 in 2031.
There was a rumor that the next film was going to be 9 hours long. I said they're going to watch it alone. I ain't watching that 9 hours of Avatar. Hell
like
no.
If you look up James Cameron, it says Avatar 3 in 2025, Avatar 4 in 2029, Avatar 5 in 2031. That's crazy.
Too much.
Humans will become just as powerful as Terminators within the next. Oh my goodness! No, this is not true.
Humans will become. Here's the thing, though. Right? The human is already more powerful than the AI. I mean, this is why Skynet, tries to do its best for the Terminator to simulate a human being. That's why they created the T-800. But at the end of the day, the T-800s, cannot be a human being because they don't cry, they don't show emotion, they don't show nothing. So that's the biggest problem. And so with human beings with emotions and stuff, you don't know how much you can do. And not only that, remember what Rambo said: the most powerful weapon in the world is your mind, and that's true. So I try to imitate it.
So what about our friend from Short Circuit, Johnny Five? What about this comment from Simpleton? What do you think about this?
Oh yeah, I agree about Johnny Five, man. Johnny Five is the man.
But Johnny Five got beat up.
No, he didn't. He got the fat guy at the end. What was the fat guy's name?
No, but didn't they beat Johnny Five? Like
Yeah, they also beat up RoboCop. I mean, they turned RoboCop into pieces, and he got built again. OCP put some money back in and built it up again. RoboCop 2. So
this is an interesting one that they've never remade. If you think about it,
yeah, I don't know why they never remade.
Like, you would think they would have remade Johnny Five by now.
They should, and it was a good franchise. I don't know why they haven't remade it.
There was a lot of them, right?
Yeah, there was a bunch of movies because back in the day, that you got one hit, you made 15 of those.
And a Nintendo game.
Really? There was a Nintendo game?
There has to be a Johnny Five Nintendo. I bet you there's a Johnny Five Nintendo.
Okay, it's called Short Circuit. So let me see. Then you got a sequel for Short Circuit 2, but I don't know if they did Short Circuit 3.
There's not. Oh my goodness, there isn't one. There used to.
It was only 2. Oh my God, there was only 2. Short Circuit 2 was the one I saw. I think that's the one where you chased them down the city and everything. That was such a good movie.
There isn't a Robot. There's always Nintendo games from the 80s. Hey, Rouser, we're just talking about Johnny Five.
Let me see. Short circuit video game. Let's see if there was one because now I'm curious. Oh yeah, there was one.
Oh,
it was
what?
a short circuit game, but it was in the Commodore 64.
Okay, so it was right before.
It was right before Nintendo. But no, it did not look fun. All you do is like run around with a robot and just solve stuff. That's
It
it.
sounds like an amazing game.
Yep. But all
Did you
do is
just say? What did you say? All you do is you run around and do what?
you use the robot, run around, and just solve stuff inside a house. That's what I'm saying. It's like
So,
a 30.
so it's like Hellblade 2.
That was me, Purple. That was a good one.
What, did I miss something? Did I miss something?
Hey, now. At least in Hellblade 2, there's sword fighting at least, and enemies to fight. This game, all he did was run around and just solve puzzles. Well, it's basically Hellblade. Yeah, you're right.
I'm joking.
Basically Hellblade. But at least there's fighting, though. But, yeah. Oh, he's got the laser. What does he do? Shoot ducks? Oh, okay. He ducks at a duck. Okay, I see now.
Oh, so it does more than hell. Okay,
okay.
Louis, it does a little bit more than. Let's
Well,
not
he
push
jumps
it here.
at least. He jumps at least. But, yeah, that's it. It doesn't.
Well, it doesn't. It's not a high bar to surpass. I'm joking. I know you. I know y'all. Oh my goodness.
Oh, but how you been? What have you been playing, Purple?
I earlier in the show, and earlier in the show, I showcased 2 games I recently bought. They're older games. One's called Ghost of a Tale, and yeah, it's about like these little mice and stuff. It's an older game, and the other one's called Tale of Paper. So I've been playing that, but you know what game I've been playing a lot of recently?
What game?
X Defiant.
Oh, nice. How is X Defiant?
I like it. I've been playing a lot of X Defiant, and I've been playing what's the other game? Zao. Rouster and Chat has beaten Zao. I am probably halfway through Zao. It's a Metroidvania. It's the EA original Metroidvania. So I've been playing those.
Zao.
ZAU. Tales of Kinzara.
The hell kind of game is that? What am I? Oh, okay, I see which one it is. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I know what Zao is. I keep because so many games. I can't keep up that much.
Yeah, so I played that, and I'm trying to get everything ready. So if you like, kind of slowly trying to beat a lot of games because I do want to give Black Myth Wukong a try. And
you want to give Wukong a try?
Black Myth Wukong. I won't stream it. I still because Louis, you said it was a surprise to you, and I do stream my Xbox when I stream on Sundays, and I probably will be doing a scary horror film.
A scary horror game, you mean?
Yeah.
Which
or
one?
like I think I'm gonna do Deep Still.
Oh, Still Wakes the Deep. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to play that, for my Tuesday horror shows. People like to see me scared. But yeah, I want to play that game. I heard a lot of good stuff about it. Because that's the thing though. I don't know why. Because we see these horror games, right? But they just don't have that jump scare feelings, right? Like I don't know why. But on PC though, tons of them are freaking scary. I mean, you sit there and all of a sudden.
No, there's really dark ones on PC.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they're gonna come to console once, but
yeah,
I just don't like playing video games on PC.
You're like me, huh? I don't like that too.
I don't like that.
The good thing is at least the controller connects via Bluetooth, which is good because I like using the controller. I'm not really much of a mouse guy.
Oh, I do.
Purple, just don't play this game called Indica. Please don't.
So I showcased Indica a few months ago, and then Lo-Fi Monk or someone, I believe it was, went and played it. And I said, no, it does have nuns, and it has techno music, and it's psychological horror. And I said at the time, I'm not a really big psychological horror type.
Wasn't nothing. There was no horror, Purple. That game was horrible. Did you beat it?
I didn't beat it. I just showcased it like the trailer before it came out.
Oh, okay. Purple. No.
It's
Don't
not
play.
a good game.
You can see that was the last game I played on my show, streaming it. Last game I played.
Why did I see this? I would have
It's
saw. I didn't get the.
5 hours long. That's it. That's one. Two, the plot. Okay, so the game splits in like it's
Wait, Louis. Now Louis. You're saying it's 5 hours long, and you're saying the plot's not there. We're making sure we're not talking about Hellblade 2, right?
no, it's Indica. Hellblade is Hellblade kicks his ass all the way. I'm telling you. That's how horrible that game is. Purple.
You
I
keep
sat
going on.
down.
You keep.
Purple. I sat down for 5 hours because I said because before I play games, right, I check out how long it is to beat and anything. Okay, if it's like an hour or too long, I'm say, okay, let me go through it real fast. But I say it goes 5 hours long, right? I was like, okay, this is gonna be like a 2-3, try game because I won't see it for 5 hours. But when I was playing, I told myself, Louis, finish this game because you're
I
not
know.
gonna come back to it. That's
tough.
that's what I told myself. I gotta finish this game today because I won't come back to it. That's how bad it was.
That's
So-
not a good feeling.
No, so what happens is the game devices, so like it goes into like 2D Mario graphics, which that plot in the 2D graphics is good, but when you go to Unreal Engine, that story, I was like, what the hell is going on? That's what I was saying. What the hell is going on? Like, for example, I don't know if you saw in the trailer, right? You saw like a red situation on the game, like it gets red. You got a
Yes.
voice in your head talking to you. That only comes up 2 times in the whole game in 5 hours. 2 tops 3 times.
It's like so that crazy voice going on is not part of the game.
Yes, it is until the end. When you want to hear the end, I mean, you want me to tell
No,
you?
no, I'll watch it. I'm gonna actually go watch your stream.
It's just,
I'm gonna watch your stream. I would rather watch your
So-
stream.
puzzles were okay. So there was like one bad thing chasing after was like a big dog, and that's it. So what's funny is like in the beginning of the game, you get like a level up. I'm like, okay, let me level up this. So you get these gold coins, and then right smack in the middle of the game, like a load screen, it tells you, no, don't worry about the coins; they're not worth nothing. I was like, why are they worth nothing? I just leveled
Why
up.
did you? Yeah, why'd you have me
Exactly.
selected?
Why do I have to pick this up? But I just leveled up, and guess what? You only leveled up that one time in the beginning of the game. That's it. Just level up once.
Interesting.
So it's like a crazy game, but it's not scary at all. And I was expecting it to be scary. Now, if I would have, seen because when you see the trailer, it looks kind of like a scary feeling game,
Yeah.
but it wasn't. I was expecting horror. I was expecting like the demon, and when I saw the demon purple, oh my god.
Not worth it. I'm gonna have to watch your playthrough now, Louis. Like, but I showcased it, like because it came out like around February, March. I showcased it because no
Yeah.
one covered it, and I said, "Hey, this game Indica's coming out," and it looked kind of like
Yeah.
creepy nuns in techno music.
You're like me because when I see an indie game, I want to try it out because I'm more fond now of indie games than ever. For me, AAA games are great, but indie games are getting way better. And not only
Yeah, they
that, it's like how I say sometimes, like for example, I don't know if you have played Star Wars Jedi Survivor or Star Wars Fallen Order. Okay, they are great games, right? But sometimes like you get to a point. I mean, I'm playing Fallout 4, right? Is it Fallout? Yeah, Fallout 4. And it have a problem now, like these long games. I get to a point where damn, it's just too long. I need to
Long.
play a short game. And I lately been playing shorter games, and I wish that games would be like between 10 or 15 hours tops nowadays. Like for example, when I hear a game is 10 to 15 hours, I'm like, I'm down. I love this. This is why Hellblade. I said, 8 hours long, or what is it, 5 hours long, 6? I don't
I was
care.
like 7.
Yeah, 7 hours long. Thank God. I mean, I'm tired of these
You
big
did say that.
long games. I'm tired of that. So that's why I love Broforce. Broforce is short and sweet. It's so much fun. But yeah, that's why I go for more into the indie side of things. And also, they're making better horror games than Resident Evil and
No, I
all
think-
this stuff.
No,
Yeah.
I think you're right. Well, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna play Still Wakes the Deep probably sometime starting in August on my channel. I gotta see what the game length is. I don't like to stream games that are like 7-8 hours So then that's like 2 months of me streaming the same game because I only do like an hour and a half, 2 hours on Sundays. So I'll look at that and see.
Yeah, but don't play Indica.
I know I won't play Indica. No,
No.
I think
If-
the
I
next
mean,
one.
If it comes for free, if it's free, I mean, free weekend, download it, try it. If you get a free weekend to play it, try it out. But no, I just no.
No, I
Really
think
didn't like
that the horror games. I think I'll play, or it's going to be Still Wakes the Deep.
it. Mhm.
There's the one from PlayStation, Until Dawn. There's
Okay.
another one, The Casing of Frank Stone. That's coming out later this year.
It was.
Those will probably be my next three.
There's
horror
a,
games.
there's a good multiplayer scary game which is a lot of fun. I forgot the name of it. That I played it. I thought it was only like single player, and I was like picking up stuff, and I was like, why are all these machines that only can pick up 2 stuff? I didn't understand. I was running around trying to solve the puzzles, but then I figured out, oh damn, it's multiplayer. I did not buy it.
Oh,
I did not notice I buy this multiplayer horror game, which is a lot of fun to play.
Which one is it?
Let me go check my Steam because I deleted it the other day because I was like, okay.
and Louis, Simpleton wants to know when you stream.
Oh, when do I stream, Simpleton? I stream in the mornings from Mondays to Saturdays. I put it out on Twitter, put it on YouTube. Just hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm heading in because I just don't have a time in the morning. Because if I say, okay, I'm going at 8 o'clock, I'll be lying to you. Sometimes in the morning when I wake up, something comes up, or the lady who has to clean the house comes in like around 9, and I have to wait till she comes if the missus is not here. And yes, I'm married. Just for just for
Yeah,
someone
just
out there.
recently over the last year, got married in December.
Yeah, December 2022. Yes, just to know to some guy out there.
Time flew.
So yeah, time flew. So but yeah, like I was saying though, it all depends. So after she comes in, I go in and just do my thing, just sit here for 2 hours, just talking from Mondays to Saturday, and also on Wednesdays the Xbox International podcast. And when I do at 7 p.m. ET, that one I am on time because it's with the panel. Now, when I stream a game, I also just come around and say, okay, I'm playing this game. I also put in, like I said, turn on the notification bell so you guys can know when I'm actually streaming a game because it all depends. Like if I have the time to stream the game. But yeah, I'll tell you what the game is called. Let me check my library. Oh Lord, there's Indica. I wish I could just delete that thing and just take it away. What is that game called? Generation Z. Is it Hellseed? I think it's Hellseed. Yeah, I think it's Hellseed. I think it's called Hellseed. Let me see. If it's not Hellseed, yeah, I think it's Hellseed.
It's a video game.
Yeah, it's a game.
Oh, that looks creepy.
Mm-hmm. It is creepy. It is
creepy.
There's another one called You Must, which is it's got a lot of pop-up scares. Oh my god. And Father's Day. Oh my god. They had a doll. I hate dolls.
A lot of people hate dolls. My mom used to collect them.
Your mom used to collect them? My grandma did too. When I was in Miami the other day, right, with my father, there was a doll with a porcelain head just sitting there on the chair. I said, if this thing comes alive, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was like, no. It's like this little porcelain doll just sitting up right there on the chair. I was like, why in the hell is that damn porcelain doll on the chair? And every time I got in, I just got shivers. Like, man, this thing moves, man. I want to kick it. I don't know what I'm going to do.
Oh,
Party around the house.
No, my mom, she used to collect them. And then eventually people kept telling her like that it's kind of freaking them out. And so unfortunately she started giving away her dolls because she started like developing I don't know. I felt bad because she was giving away a lot of the dolls she liked.
Oh, but no, they're collectibles and they're worth a lot of money to her to keep them.
She gave a lot of ones.
No, they're collectibles to her to keep them and sell them and let someone else get cursed, not hers.
No worries. Well, Louis, it's about that time. We've been going long. Thanks so much for jumping in today.
You're welcome.
But you told people what you've been up to, where you're going to be going. Any last words? Anything you want to let people know?
We need to get you to 500 for God's sakes. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I'm gonna do some videos. I usually when my videos
do some videos. Yes, do some video. Put it on social. I want you to get the 500. Get to 500.
Me too. I need tax write-off.
Yeah, please do.
We'll see. We'll see. But thank you for that. No, I think you and Sour Blow, Silent Cipher, and of course Dave from Web Dave, have definitely all been championing me, trying to get me there. So I appreciate
Yeah.
it so much. Great thing. And I want to say this, Louis. Um, there was some talk, there was an incident over the last few weeks in which we had a troubled individual in the community.
Oh my
Uh,
god.
and I will say this: I think the Xbox community really came and rallied around around me, not around them. And so I just want to say thank you for that.
Oh, of course, of course. I mean, like I said, we support on my side. I support you 100% because here's the thing, though. A lot of people don't understand something. They need to learn how to separate a normal person from what we do on here. I mean, at the end of the day, we're fans and we're allowed to express what we say because sometimes on my channel I talk a lot of stuff about PlayStation, right? And why do I talk about it? Is because I want them to get better. The fanboys get mad. I don't care if they get mad because I'm being truthfully honest. I mean, every time, like for example, look at this Bungie situation. It's awful. It's awful news when I see that what they bought, the ideas they had, which was not a bad idea, of course, it just went bad for them. I mean, the idea they had and everything just went downhill. I mean, I feel really bad for what the situation they're going through. And man, I just wish they can hop up and do better because at the end of the day, Sony needs to be out here to compete. And when these companies compete, it's better for who? For us, the consumer. That's what I keep telling everybody. Like for example, a lot of people don't believe in Game Pass. I am a big believer in Game Pass. You don't believe in Game Pass, but I'm a big believer because
I believe there is a Game Pass, Louis. I
well, I
believe
know, I know, I know.
it.
But what I'm saying is that you don't use it, for example. But for
No, I don't
me,
use it.
like for me, I just talked to you about Broforce, and that's thanks to Game Pass. I played Broforce, and that's what I said. I tried a lot of indie games thanks to Game Pass. Game Pass has done so much amazing things for me, and that's how I see it. For me, it's to try to, and I wish that Sony could actually find a way to actually do the same, but not do what Game Pass does, but actually like add one or two or three games on there, a couple of indies. I was giving a lot of pointers on how you can get that service better because we saw in these days it dropped 50%. That's a lot for Sony. So yeah, I mean it hurts me when I see that stuff because at the end of the day, like I said, I want them to compete. That's what I want to see. I want to see instead of us battling out each other, I want to see these two companies battle themselves. That's what I like to see.
I just like games. I
I
just
do
like
too. I
games.
do
Y'all
too. I
know
love
me.
playing video games, man. I mean, look, like I told you, go play Bro Force. You're gonna love it. It's a simple game until you get hype. When you get Bro Norris and you get when you get Desperado, what is it, Bro Parado? I don't know. Desperado's in the game. Demolition Man. Everybody's in. All those '80s action heroes are in there, man. It's just so
I'll
much.
try it. We'll see. We'll see. I've been playing so many games. We'll see. But
Yeah, purple. You'll get addicted. I mean, if you're the type of person that just jump in and just shoot things, simple plot, you love that game. You love it. It's
of course, I just jump and shoot. Well, I do. I am playing X Defiant, so maybe
yeah.
we'll see. We'll see. Actually, I get shot at in X Defiant. Let me make it
Oh,
very
okay.
clear. But no, with that, I think that's a solid message for us. And for me, y'all know I don't care where you game, how you game, why you game, what you game on, how long you've been gaming. As long as you're gaming, you're good with me. And as always, this is Purple Haze, and the proof is in the plane. All right. Thank you all so much for coming by. And I know it's late, but thank you all. And I'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.